Okay, that works. Oh, I'm back, and someone like a day or two ago, I think, had told me that Soul Eater updated in one of my comments. So I checked it out, and it did. So currently grinding to max level, and the new max is 1,250. So the max stat points you could get is 500, 500, and 2,500 into something else. So good luck with that on your builds. And I should probably go to my witch slot because that's max. I should get better with max stats look like, but you can imagine what stats look like yourself. But basically, that's not all I'm here about. It's also that the spider finally dropped in what's it called, Soul Eater Resonance, and I tried swinging for spider on my witch because I spent the whole night grinding my witch. So I was like, let me grind the witch, get a bunch of cash, spin my life away, and I spun my life away and I got no rewards in the end of it. It's just snake and then spiders just like they're really rare chance. I was in my mindset, I was like, okay, it is only spider and snake, so technically it's 50-50. I was very wrong. But other than that, spider, I've seen it in action from not only the witch boss that spawns in, but also from a player who I graciously fought and lost to multiple times. It's like I think it was 5-0. Can't lie, I got wrecked, and it was not pretty. Stun on Spider is like it feels so much longer than the stun I had on Snake. And once you get stunned on Spider with its long range moves, you're done for. It has GPO Birdcage as its ultimate, basically. Like it's you can avoid it if you're like out of its range. You can avoid it if you're inside of it by moving carefully away from the strings as they rotate around the closing. And then there is the alternative where you don't avoid it. You're very close to where it was casted, and you get your ass put into a blender. Yeah, it's not pretty. And it's M1s or claws, which I find pretty cool. And I will say, Snake does seem pretty fun, but going against the witch boss and probably players, you won't have a good time too much. So I'll leave that to y'all's discretion for that part. And other than that, I spent time trying to grind armor on each slot. It still sucks. Drop rates are basically terrible for armor. It's like probably 1 out of 10 chance or something like that. And while I was farming on my witch, I did get armor pieces, and your armor does greatly affect on how you want to build yourself. Because let me just actually go to my witch really quick, and I will show y'all what I have on it. Okay, I'm back, getting on my witch, and let's see how this is. Hmm. Okay, where is it? Armor. There are different qualities to what your armor could be. It goes from poor to standard to great, and then to legendary. Like this is poor, this is standard, this is great, and honestly, this pretty much sums up what your build is gonna be like in the very end. Because even if they're different quality, they still have the same effects for right here in the text box. But these part, did I just like? No, I didn't. I just stopped moving. This part, the health stats, strength, soul, those are always randomly generated. So you can decide if you're going to be more tanky, more heavy hitting, and your soul damage, strength, that sort of stuff. And also, depending on what weapon you're using, will get buffed. So, melee damage gets increased by some of the stuff I'm wearing, and either it'll be buffed by the text box or be buffed by here. For Meisters and Witches, honestly, I would say you should get armor that greatly buffs your HP or your soul, because you're not going to be using M1s to deal out too much damage in this game, really and truly. You're mostly using your M1s to keep your opponent stunned, and so you can just keep extending off of your cooldowns. So that way it makes it easier in like fights and stuff. The bosses that are in game that drop armor is Soul Eater, Maka, Black Star, Death the Kid, and Stein. And Stein, I think, is the hardest boss fight next to Black Star. But if you could stun him just as bad as he stuns you, it won't be too bad, I guess. But once he actually combos you, it can be difficult to fight back sometimes. Witch and Meister are probably the best to fight one, but solo as a weapon, Stein is not a good fight because I honestly do need multiple moves to actually hit him heavy. And yeah, but armor drops aren't guaranteed, of course. They're all by chance. And if you're lucky, you might get some good drops. Like I said earlier, there's different variants, like 4 in game, of what quality armor you get from bosses. And certain bosses give you certain effects, like Death the Kid gives you range damage mostly, and he's like mostly for range attacks, so it's good for both pistols, blunderbuss, and also Death Sniper. I still have yet to get Death Sniper, sadly, but this is where Death the Kid and Black Star spawn. Black Star spawns on the left side, Death the Kid spawns on the right side in these circles, and basically, I think the hardest fight here is going to be Black Star because he does use Tsubaki as his weapon. So his effects are also better than the regular chain blades. So basically, all the boss locations are by the church. Over here, where these boxes are, you'll find Soul Eater. In the desert, I already showed y'all where Black Star and Death are. Right over here, by this corner right here, like literally right here, is going to be Maka when she spawns in. And where I was earlier, by Smallville, in this corner right here, not the other one, this corner, Stein will spawn. The hardest boss fight between these are Black Star and Stein, as I said. And then the hardest witch fight is Spider. I fought Spider with a bunch of people last night, and it went on for her entire spawn duration, and she despawned, and she didn't even drop below half. Like when she aggroed on us, we were all dead. It doesn't matter what weapon I was using. The easiest boss for Witch to get your souls would be Witch Boss. So I'd recommend doing Snake if she spawns in, and if you get the Spider when she spawns in, you're welcome to try, but I don't think it'll end well. And that's pretty much about it. I would like to show off the other bosses, because sometimes Black Star is glitched. Oh wow, which one? I'll go check it out. If it's a spider, then you get to see what Spider is capable of if you haven't seen it yet before. Spider is a fabled um spec for players, and it's really good. Like I said, if it is Spider, then I'm screwed. It's Spider. You'll see it's Spider because it has claws. She melts my HP, and I'm at max. Look how that range. I'm still stunned. It's Birdcage. I can't. I cut her down to half. And if she manages to heal, then that's just all for nothing. It's bullshit. They need a nerf Spider. Oh, honestly. I still need Witch Souls. So if this actually does die and I'm not on my Did she regenerate? No, come on. Yeah. Birdcage. Can't fight back. Can't even block. It's just something that regenerates her outfit looks good. Um hmm. What server is this? I don't even remember the server because I don't gosh. One time you don't have friends on. Like look at that. You're supposed to fight back against. I can't fight back against that. I was still stunned there. It's so much worse. I feel like it just heals every time it gets a kill or it hits a certain move. But this is Spider basically a showcase without even having to have it. Look, it just used that move. I can't. I'm actually spamming. I'm actually spamming here. It's hard to get my own moves off. I keep. I'm getting melted. Gosh, I can't fight back. There's armor that does reduce your stun time by like 15%. I think it drops from Stein mostly. or it drops from Blackstar. One of the two. I have my weapon out. They despawned. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's basically Spider. When fighting Spider, or any Spider users, like, I would honestly recommend having armor that's like, where is it? Like this, high HP. I think max would be 25, but high HP would probably be the way to go. I should probably switch to this since it has more HP, but this has greater soul. This has no HP basically, and it's the only hat I have, so I can't even think about switching that. Strength. Hmm. I don't have much pants. Armor doesn't transfer over to between slots if anyone's curious about that. Each slot has to farm its own different armor. And that's really about it. They haven't added anything else other than a few clans like Lung, I think it was called. It's a that clan is literally catch these hands. That's about it because it has a barrage and then it has a short range TP. I'm pretty sure. And then there is that other one which I don't know. I think it's Mifu that like puts down that tape line thing. But Soul mostly drops things for like weapon buffs. Soul mostly drops stuff for weapon buffs. Malka mostly drops stuff from Meisters. Death mostly drops stuff from Meisters. Blackstar mostly drops stuff from Meisters. And Stein also drops stuff from Meisters. Some of Soul's equipment, let me see. Yeah. Damage received by your Meister during resistance is reduced. Then increased melee. That's good for both weapon and Meister. Increased range. That's good for both weapon and Meister. And this is mostly for weapon. I think this is Soul's Pants. It's when basically, as it says, you decreep yourself from your Meister, and it stuns and knockbacks the enemy for 2 seconds, and then this has a 30-second cooldown. Stein. No, this is Death to Kids Pants right here, and then comboing range attacks, and let's see. That's our numbered ranged 2 and the 4th ranged do 20% more damage. So if you're running like pistols, sniper, or blunderbuss with your partner, I'd say it's really good to wear that as a Meister and try to get high HP and high soul, because M1s are mostly follow ups for you to extend off of, and your abilities are your main source of damage. Maka, most of her gear will give melee damage. Stein, he reduces stun duration, so this also, what's inside the text box, won't change no matter the quality. It's just set to be this, whatever number it's there. It won't change for whatever you have. So each boss will drop a hat and whatever clothes they're wearing. Stein drops a hat because he has goggles, and well, those are mostly glasses. But Stein drops what he's wearing. His glasses will be his hat. His coat will be his shirt. The pants are the pants, and all the colors are randomized, so you don't really have to worry about getting what you don't like because it's all random. You drop. I did not get a drop. The drop rates, like I said, do suck, so don't blame yourself. Because I talked to someone, it took them like 2 days to get like armor. I was like, damn, that was really unlucky. But I've so far only gotten great. Legendary is a thing. So if you want, I'd say either settle for a full gear of great and just keep that equipped while you farm for legend. That's mostly about it for this video, and I hope you all enjoy and found it helpful. There's nothing new for weapons and black blood like that, and witches don't have their own like what's it called, buff tree like black blood and weapon do. So that's not a thing to worry about yet. And I think the next witch they might add would be between frog and mouse. I don't know if demon weapons will be able to thing like Kishin, cause like Kishin happened because a Meister ate their weapon, and I don't know if they will add something for when weapons eat human souls, because I know basically eating human souls corrupts the body, and I think the next clan they would add is probably Black Stars, because Black Stars family is a bunch of assassins, and they're evil assassins too. They eat human souls. They're basically like the top assassins of that verse. And I think Blackstar would be the only clan in game to have a mode. And I do remember his mode did buff his speed and damage. I don't really know if it buffed his like durability, but I do remember Blackstar was really fast when he was in his mode. I think his mode was mostly about speed and attack, but bosses aren't there. Mako might be spawned in. So, yeah, I'm just gonna hear now. I'll see you later. Hope y'all find this helpful. Max level is 1250. They might update max level again to 150, not 150, to 1500, and that would make stats break even at 500 because I tried before and you can't put any more stats into 500. I mean above 500 because it's capped at 500 for now, unless they're going to boost the max level more than 1500, then that will be it. That's it. And for some people who don't know the code that had came out for this game, it's inside the description of the game. It's called Gleam Sama. I'll put it right here. There we go. That's about it. And have a good day. Let's end this here.